Hey YouTube, it's Ashley, back again with another thrift haul video, and today's video is going to be a combined Savers video, just two pretty small trips to Savers. So I'll start off with the first trip to Savers, which I mentioned in my last video kind of falls in between a few of the trips that I featured in that video. I just didn't have everything together to put them in the appropriate order. So the first item that I'll show you from that trip to Savers, the first trip, is this dress, which I'm looking at the brand and it's called Top This. Not anything I've ever heard of, but it did still have the original tag on it, which I think this is from like JCPenney or Sears or something like that. It's kind of an old looking tag. But this dress was $6.99, and it's just a really nice weight sweater dress, and it's like a brown, like a chestnut, almost like a bronzy brown, and it is pretty long. And even though it was like marked a larger size, there's no tag or anything to mark what size it was. Oh, maybe there is on the inside here. Oh, it just says small. So even though Savers had it marked as a 910, it is actually a small. I was looking at just the size of the sweater dress itself, and I was like, oh, that doesn't really look like a 910, so I did try it on, and it fit pretty well. I might still wear a belt on it, but I thought this was really cute. So I picked that up. And the most important item that I picked up that night was my dress that I wore for New Year's Eve. And I'm hoping that maybe I can step up my editing game and maybe insert a picture somewhere in this video. I know I've said that in another video, and maybe I've gotten to that point. I've updated my iMovie recently, so maybe I can get used to the new settings in the program. So this is the dress that I picked up to wear New Year's Eve. And it's also scalloped at the bottom. And it did come down below the knee. It was pretty long. And it's just the same on the front and the back. There's a lot of beading and sequin work. And it's like a cream color. It is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's fairly sheer because it is silk. So I did have to wear a slip dress under it. And I was going to a Roaring 20s themed party. Can't talk. Again, I'm doing like a late night filming, so I feel like I seem to get more tongue-tied the later it is at night, so probably start filming earlier. But I went to a Roaring 20s themed party, so I wanted to get something with like a lot of beading or sequins, or something that just had like a little more pizzazz to it without getting just your typical fringed flapper dress. So I picked that up. That was actually $20, which is a ton for me to spend on a dress at Savers, but I really wanted to buy like the perfect dress for that party, and I had found it. It was the night before the party, so there was no going back at that point. I just had to buy it. So I did purchase that dress. And then the only other thing I purchased that night at Savers, at that trip, was this game called Blockus. And I do actually already have this game, but it was only $1.99. I'm trying not to move it around too much because there's a lot of small pieces and it'll start making noise. But that is a really cool game. If you've never heard of it before, I would recommend definitely checking it out if you like puzzle sort of games. It's almost like a Tetris sort of style game, where we're placing small pieces on the board, but your objective is to place the most amount of your own color pieces on the board, at the same time blocking your opponent so they can't place their own pieces. So it's a really neat game. Your first time, you kind of figure out how the game goes, and then I think you progressively tend to get better and better at the game. So it's just really, really fun. So I picked that up. I haven't had a chance to open it and go through to make sure all the pieces are there, but if they are, I have some in mind to give that game to. So on the second trip to Savers, I just picked up books, that was it, and starting with this Tales of H.P. Lovecraft book. So it's just books by H.P. Lovecraft, exactly what it sounds like, and this is what it looks like. So I just thought that looked good. And then this one is called Anno Dracula, and this one is just Dracula / vampire stories, and this one sounded good as well. This one says, a gallery of rogue and scoundrels, a work of fiction set in the year of our Lord 1888, from the sick and depraved mind of Mr. Kim Newman. So sometimes I read like a little blurb on a book and I'm just like, yeah, that sounds like something that I want to read. So this sounded cool. I figured I'd check that out. I do tend to like groups of shorter stories just for kind of a quick read now and then, especially if after I've read like a really long book. Right now I'm reading a very, very long book. I'm pretty sure it's over 1,000 pages, so I'm looking forward to reading something a little shorter after this. And then I was very excited to find this. Picked up a copy of Sin City, and this is, I don't know if you want to call it the episode or the, I don't know, trying to think of what they call them with graphic novels. I have quite a few, but anyway, this is the one that the first Sin City movie is based on. It's called The Hard Goodbye by Frank Miller, and it's just really neat. It's pretty much illustrated how you would picture, and this one was marked. It was actually $3.99 as opposed to $2.99, which is what most of the books work out to be at Savers. And then I picked up two more soft covers. I picked up this one by John Lutz, and I do have another book by him, which I don't think I've read yet. This one is called Serial. And this one, just by reading the description, sounded good. And then there was a little blurb by another author that I've read, Harlan Coben, saying that Lutz knows how to make you shiver. So when another author that writes very well has good things to say about an author, that'll kind of make me reach for a book. And then this one is a Peter Straub called In the Night Room, and it's very shiny, so I might not be able to read that, but that's what that looks like. So I did the whole buy four get one free deal on the books, and that's what I picked up at the second location of Savers. And I kind of alluded to the fact in my last video that I might be making like a different kind of video. I still am trying to get things together to make that video, so we'll see if that actually happens. But this video ended up really being kind of short, so I'll give you a quick outfit of the day. You can probably see that I am wearing this very, very bejeweled sweater, which is actually a sweater dress. It's quite long. It goes basically just to the bottom of my knees. And it's not fitted, but it's not like really baggy, so I don't feel like I need to wear a belt with it. And this is something that I picked up at the Salvation Army, one of my local Salvation Armies. And I don't recall exactly what the price was, but it was featured in one of my past thrift haul videos. So I will try to find that and put the price in the description below. And this is a nice Angora blend, so this dress is so comfortable. It's super soft and yeah, just really, really comfortable. I actually just fell asleep in it, so that's why I'm making this video so late. But I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back again soon, I'm sure, with another video. And thanks for watching. Have a good night.